Welcome back. Oh my gosh, it's been so long. Hello, how are you guys doing? What is up? Oh my gosh. Cheers. This one's for you guys. Thank you for hopping in. Today we're going to be talking about the NASDAQ and a couple of trades I took this morning. Yes, I know. So cheers. Welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate every single one of you for watching, for hopping on, for joining in. Today we're going to be talking about two trades that I took. I did take two losses today. We're going to be kind of going over why I decided to take these trades and essentially what was going through my mind. Now, before I get started, I just want to point out I have changed my rules a little bit. So now I'm allowed to take two trades in a day. However, I'm allowed to take two losses in a day, or if I have one win, I stop trading. So it kind of differs. So if I take one trade and it's a win, I'm done trading for the day. If I take one loss and one win, I'm done trading for the day. If I take two losses, I am done trading for the day. Obviously, I don't trade a lot, so I only take a couple trades a week, but I think this will kind of give me more wiggle room to kind of test my strategy, and if I do miss out on an entry or something like that, I'm going to allow myself that kind of leeway room. I'm going to allow myself to take two losses a day max, one win a day max, so we'll kind of see how it goes. We're trying something new. We're on the NASDAQ. It's a new year. We're a week into February now, which is absolutely crazy. I hope you guys had a beautiful, beautiful weekend and you're having an amazing start to the beginning of your year. Yes, we're going to talk about the charts today. I do want to state that this week is going to be a little bit of a slower week for me just because I am moving this week. So I am super excited. So I'll probably do a YouTube video today, tomorrow, and on Thursday. But Friday and over the weekend, I will be moving. So I probably won't have time to make a YouTube video. But I do want to make a day in the life kind of moving YouTube video because I think it'll be fun, a little bit insight onto, like just the the chaoticness of moving. So I'm definitely excited to make that video for you guys and I hope you guys enjoy. But today we are going to be talking about them charts. We're going to be talking about the NASDAQ in particular. And we're going to be going over the two trades I did take this morning and what essentially happened, what I was looking for. Let's get into it. All right, we're going to start on the daily time frame. Beautiful. So on the daily here, we have these weekly relative equal highs. So I was really wanting to see the market kind of push and take out these highs today. We did have a low formed yesterday on Monday, plus it's an inside candle. So we really wanted to see like what was going to happen with that. We did push higher a little bit today, this morning, taking out yesterday's low. But again, I really just wanted to see these weekly relative equal highs taken and trade higher. But obviously we can see now that we took out that high and then moved lower. So we'll see how today goes. Maybe we'll form a low on Tuesday. Maybe we've already formed the high of the week. But we do have a little bit of news this week, nothing too crazy. And again, I'm moving this week, so I'm not 100% in it. I got like things on my brain, so I'm just kind of playing it by ear, seeing like if we can get an optimal setup or essentially just looking for trades, to get in. So daily time frame, we want to see those weekly relative equal highs taken, and that's kind of what my draw on liquidity was this morning and possibly throughout the week. So we'll kind of see how today closes and how we trade in the afternoon. But I don't trade the afternoon session, I only trade the morning session. So I won't be trading, but I will be watching to see how we trade. Let's drop down to the 4 hour really quick. Beautiful. So on the 4 hour, we see this wick the market came down to the 50% level, and we also traded into this 4-hour order block right here. And then we had like a really nice reaction off of it. I'll kind of show you like what my trade was based on, but this level is pretty important. I did want to see this be respected and then move higher. I actually got in a trade earlier today. I wanted to see this new week open gap respected and go higher, but we did not see that. We actually closed lower, came back down to this 4-hour order block, and I was like, perfect, like I want to see it respect that and go higher. And it pushed a little bit lower, so that's kind of where my stop was. We got stopped out there. However, I'll show you guys kind of on the 1-minute chart. It kind of makes more sense there. But just know I was looking for higher pricing, so I was kind of waiting for something to happen to confirm my bias, which maybe is not always a good thing. And I could have been more fluid in the markets, but what can you do? Let's drop down to the 1 hour. Beautiful. Again, like this morning, we've seen this 1 hour fair value gap. We've seen the market respect this new week opening gap. We traded higher. Now we broke the daily high. We came back down, but we had like this respect again of that new week opening gap and the respect of the 1 hour fair value gap. So when I seen the market kind of push higher, it did come back down here, and I was looking for it to go even higher because we left these relative equal highs here. But the market had other plans, and we did in fact go lower and are kind of continuing to push lower. So overall, I think the trades that I took were good. Like, I feel I would have taken those trades anyways, but today I was just on the wrong side of the market. Today I was just looking for those highs to be taken when obviously the market wants to take out sell side today. Even though on the DXY, we seen the market wanted to go lower, and then the ES and the Dow wanted to go higher, but that's fine. It's fine. We're not upset. It's fine. So just drop down to the 15-minute quick. Perfect. So again, on the 15-minute time frame, we did kind of have this displacement down. Then we had this kind of pattern right here, taking out the lows and then moving higher. I was like, beautiful, beautiful. And then I really wanted to see it respect this level. Obviously, it didn't do that, and we just continued to push higher. So overall, I did want to see highs, and I think after this low was broken, I could have just stopped taking buy side, like trying to go for buys, but I did want to see these relative equal highs taken, and that was my bias today, and I just stuck with my bias. And I think, like, looking back, obviously we did trade lower and came back up, but now we're pushing lower again. So I was just on the wrong side of the market today, and that's totally fine. So 5-minute here, beautiful, beautiful. Now here's where kind of I messed up on my first trade. One, I took it before 10 a.m. Plus, we have this 5-minute fair value gap that it actually traded into before pushing lower. But how I was looking at it was I saw this like little order block right here. We traded down to it perfectly, and then we were kind of displacing higher. So I wanted to get into a buy down here. Again, we can see the market did eventually drop lower. And then we also got into a buy right here before the market took us out, because we did trade down to this low, which was that 4-hour order block. We had that nice reaction, and then of course it came back down. So looking back, I really could have used the 5-minute time frame more, because we can see like it looks well respected on the 5-minute time frame. But I think overall, again, my bias was buys, and I was looking for buys. So I was on the wrong side of the market, which is totally fine. Looking back, I would have liked to had the 5-minute confluence with the 1-minute confluence, just for like that more confluence, you know. So looking back, we had this 5-minute fair value gap, and then we even had this 5-minute fair value gap that we traded into right here, these two ones right here. We could even say like this 1-hour order block was now turned into an inversion order block, or inversion fair value gap, and look at how we traded right up there before pushing down lower. So it all looks really nice for sells, but I was in the mindset of, hey, we want to see those relative equal highs taken, so we're going for buys. Obviously, that didn't work out for me today, but I would have taken these trades anyways. So I'm happy that we were able to get into the market and kind of understand it more, right? I'm going to drop down to the 1 minute and then I'll kind of show you where my entries were. So my first trade, I was like, I'm going to trade before 10 a.m. because I don't know what I was thinking. I wanted to see these weekly relative equal highs taken. We had this like small little 1 minute fair value gap. We had some break in market structure. This should have been like a higher displacement run, but again, like looking back, look at how we respected that 5 minute fair value gap. Right here, right, we have these wicks into that 5 minute fair value gap before pushing lower and hit my stop loss, and that's totally fine. Come back down, trade higher off this 1 hour fair value gap. That was all nice. Came back. We actually broke through that new week opening gap, came back, retested this 1 minute fair value gap, this new week opening gap before breaking lower again. And this is where my trade was. So I seen the market pushing higher. We have this break of market structure right here. Look at where we came down. We came down to that 4 hour order block perfectly, I might add. Plus the DXY was going lower at this moment. So my next trade was this 5 minute or 1 minute fair value gap. And I wanted to see the market trade above these highs / this new week opening gap low here. And again, we have like a nice kind of, we have this low, high, lower, low break. So we could even use like these candles as our breaker block. And then inside of our breaker block, we had this 1 minute fair value gap, and we came back down, tested it, came back up. I really wanted to see the market move higher off of this breaker block and that 1 minute fair value gap, but the market did come down and take out our stops one more time, and that's when I decided to stop trading. We took our 2 losses of the day. We're done, and that's okay. I'm okay with this. I really did like this trade though, so am I upset that it didn't work out? I mean, a little bit, sure, but I really did like this trade. Again, like I maybe could have waited for the 5 minute confluence to happen, like something like a 5 minute fair value gap to happen, like BISI. But overall, I really did like this trade, so I'm not upset that I got into a losing trade because I would have taken this trade anyways. And I think for me, that is some growth, because usually I'd be upset about getting into a loss, but I've just decided that it's okay if I take losses. I'm not going to be fearful, because when I'm fearful, I just don't even get into the trade. So I've just decided to accept that losses are a part of the game. Losses are going to happen. If we stick to our 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio, we could be right 50% of the time and still be profitable. So I think that's like huge. And I think sticking to like the 1 to 2 risk to reward is also going to be a challenge, but I think it's just necessary for me in my trading, because obviously my win rate's not 100%. So having that kind of risk to reward, it allows me to be wrong like 50% of the time, but still profitable. And that's huge. Like that is big for me. So even though this trade was a loss, we in fact learned from it. We learned to make sure that our 5 minute fair value, 5 minute time frames are lining up. But we also learned that, hey, these losses aren't killing us. We're not dying. We are totally okay with taking losses because we are trying not to be fearful. So even though we did get into a loss, it worked out. We still got in. And that's a huge win for me. Again, even though it's a loss. And as we could see, the market did trade back up into this 1 hour fair value gap. And we have been moving lower, taking out more sell side. So obviously, I was probably just on the wrong side of the market today. And, you know, I'm okay with that. I am going to totally accept that that's gonna happen sometimes, and it's okay to be wrong. Like, trading is a crazy, crazy thing because growing up, you're always like, don't be wrong, don't do bad things, don't do this. But in trading, it's like, it's okay to be wrong, and it's okay to just be wrong because you're gonna be wrong like 50% of the time, right? Like, so it's like learning to erase those thoughts from childhood is hard. So I'm super proud that I was able to get into these two trades. Even though they were losses, I still got into my trades, and I think that is absolutely huge. So yes, I hope you guys loved this video. I also kind of wanted to show you something. So you guys know, one of my kind of goals for the year is to be a really good back tester. Like a really good one. Like, I've back tested on TradingView, and I just don't like it. Like, I can't get the like multiple time frames right, and it just feels kind of weird, and I'm just not a fan. So I'm trying to learn how to backtest, and I think one of the best ways I'm going to be able to do it properly is to get a backtesting software. But I am on my Mac, like I'm on my MacBook, so I don't want to download Parallels or like Windows or something like that. Like, I would just want it to be on the web, and I want to use it on my Mac, you know? And it's been really hard to like kind of find something, because I know there's that MetaTrader 4 one, but the MetaTrader, you have to have Windows, and I don't have Windows, and I don't want to get it. I don't want my computer to be slow, okay? So I've been looking kind of and trying to find a backtesting software that I can use on my Mac. Well, I was gonna ask you guys, have you used this backtesting software? So it's called FX Replay, the best backtesting software. I mean, they say you can trade multiple time frames. You can use the TradingView, which I love because I'm already trading on TradingView. So being able to backtest on TradingView would be absolutely amazing. I mean, it all sounds pretty good, so I kind of want to give it a shot and try it out. But I just wanted to know, like, if you guys have used it before, and if you guys have, like, what is your thoughts? I mean, the one thing is it's $35 USD a month, which isn't terrible, but it's just like another expense, which I'm fine with, but it's just like another expense, you know? So I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments, because I do want to give it a try, and I really do want to learn how to backtest properly. And I think the best thing for me would be get a backtesting software, because obviously TradingView, like its replay tool, isn't working that well for me. So I want to give it a try, and I just want to know if you guys have used it before. Let me know in the comments, and I really do appreciate your reply. So with that being said, I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you again so much for watching. Thank you for just hearing me out, and thank you for saying hi, like, hello, welcome back. Let me know if you've used this backtesting software before, and yeah, I will see you guys all tomorrow and Thursday, but Friday I will not be here, but I'm gonna be making a special moving video, and I'm super excited. So thanks guys so much for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye for now.